Absolutely. Absolutely. And I didn't, I didn't step foot in the church till about 2020, and I went to Rock Springs.
Okay, that's where I go.
Okay. And I was it's like music and everything. I was hearing organ music, growing up in Catholic church, that's what it was, you
Yeah.
know? And and man, I was hearing music and I was just bawling
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, this is speaking to me.
Sure.
This is touching me. And then Betty T got up and started preaching about stuff. And I'm like, I felt like a Pentecostal. I'm like, that's me. That's me.
Up and down the aisle.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
Definitely
like,
not a Pentecostal.
this is no. But in that moment, I felt like jumping up and just screaming. I was like, yes. I said, you're talking to me.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, and to touch on you're talking about Catholic background. I got heavily into Catholicism for a while.
Okay.
Went to mass every week, multiple times a week. One of the things that I do highly admire about the Catholic Church is the reverence.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for entertainment. It's not to force people to get into their emotions. It's about the reverence of Christ, the person of Christ. That's one of the things I really appreciated about it.
Absolutely.
But again, like you said, I think that the problem with, and not just the Catholic Church, just with church in general, whatever camp you're in, I think that people, they get to the point where they're so immersed in the system and the practice of it that they get away from the relationship of it. And it's like me and one of my chiefs were talking yesterday, and he said it ultimately boils down to Matthew 16. Who do you say that I am? When you get past all of theology, when you get past all of the practices of this and that, and the tradition of this and all this stuff, at the end of the day, as the ultimate, that's the quintessential question. Who do you say that I am? So, like I said, just based on what you're saying, it sounds like you were kind of going through the motions, but you weren't really engaging in the relationship. And when you went to Rock Springs, it sounds like Holy Spirit really.
Absolutely.